The time may be 6:30, but it is Europa League time. It's there. Not quite yet, but we are just a short matter of an hour and a half away from kickoff over in France at Lyon. It's Lyon versus West Ham. It's the build-up show. It's a big match build-up. Starting 11 breakdown as we are ready for this massive quarter-final over at the Groupama Stadium. Let's firstly say hello to our guests. Firstly, Phil, how are you?
Yeah, not too bad, mate. Europa League night again. Very nerve-wracking.
Indeed.
You know, potentially 90 minutes away. Hopefully not 120 minutes away or more until a semi-finals tie. You know, yeah, I've been thinking about it all day.
It's mad. I think we all have. I don't think we can think about anything else all day, Gary. You've been sat in the cafe eating your egg on toast. You're thinking about West Ham, Lyon.
I have. Honestly, Jake, it's been a long day. I mean, it's the middle of April and we're still in Europe.
I know.
What is going on? This is West Ham United. It's just incredible. I'm just going to enjoy tonight and let's hope we put a performance on and make the lads proud. Make us all proud of them. That's all I want.
Yeah, it's mad because David Moyes' target at the start of the season, we heard, was to still be in Europe at Christmas. We're in the middle of April, we're still in it.
Incredible.
Still in the middle of April, and we're still in this competition.
I mean, 2 years ago, Jake, 2 years ago, we just entered lockdown and we were looking at the league table. We were outside relegation zone on goal difference. And we we're thinking, if they do points per game, we'll get relegated. Yeah. That's how far we've come in 2 years.
Yeah. Let's see who we've got in the chat. Football Brownie, hope you're well, mate. Good luck to the Hammers tonight. Thank you very much, sir. Hello to everybody watching. Here he comes. Sean. Bookies really fancy Lyon to win. I'd make West Ham favourites myself. Thank you, Sean. I'm delighted to hear that. Thank you very much, mate. Hope you're well. But how are you feeling, Phil? Nervous? Nerves? Excitement? A bit of both? What else are you feeling? You know, Hammeret's feeling sick. How are you feeling?
Well, yeah, a bit. You know, it's I don't know. It does feel a little bit different to when we played Seville in the last round.
Yeah.
I think because I think with the last one, where also we lost the first leg with Seville, but we was full of confidence because we knew in the second leg we were at home and we had that home advantage. But whereas we've already played at home in this one, and even then it was a bit, you know, we was more defensive minded, and then down to 10 men weren't great. So it's an interesting one, this feeling, because you don't know which way it's going to go. And to be fair, with the other ties as well, there's no standout candidate who's going to be going through, because everyone's all been like 1-1s, 1-0s and all that. Yeah,
it's a very tied up competition at the moment. Obviously, there's the game going on right now, which is Atalanta Leipzig. I think that they're on the other side of the draw, so we don't need to worry about them too much. Rangers and Braga over on that side of the draw as well. Braga beating Rangers 1-0 currently.
Okay.
Going into 8 o'clock, and then of course we've got Frankfurt, Barcelona, which is all tied up like our game at 1 apiece. But in terms of the other game on the other side of the draw, Leipzig are currently leading Atalanta 1-0 at half time. The first leg result was 1-1, so currently Leipzig are leading Atalanta 2-1. Okay. So Leipzig are in the box seat there. But Gary, we are expecting the lineup very shortly. How are you feeling?
It's a calm before the storm, Jake. I agree with Phil. The Seville game was different because we were at home and I just knew we were going to do it. This one's, we're away from home. It's going to be a much more tricky game. And obviously the level of opposition is better as well. So, but I'm feeling quite calm. I'm confident, but calm.
Yeah. Certainly the last hour, it's kind of, you know, all day I've actually been all right. It's been a little bit, but I've been all right. I've got on with it. And now the last hour, it's just kind of, got up a bit, but yeah, it's kind of mad. Let's see what else we've got. Of course, Hammerat. Evelyn, I feel sick. it's getting for many people borderline. That's certainly not for the people who are getting absolutely hammered out in Lyon. I tell you what, I thought I had the fears today that before the game, the Lyon fans and ultras were going to ruin things. But I tell you what, it looks class out there. The best video I've seen all day was Tony Cotty singing West Ham are massive, and about 2,000 West Ham fans copying them after that. Looks brilliant out there. 25 degrees. It just looks lovely. Hope you're having fun out there. Sean says, I think West Ham fans will feel more nervous as time goes on due to the fear. the leg/team's steam may run out and you get a limp performance. Don't worry about that. Right, let's bring on a man all the way up there in Scotland. He's ready. We're ready.
Come on, you Lions! Come on, you Lions! Let's have it! Come on!
Right,
I can hear
Anton.
that.
How are you, mate? You all right?
Yeah, good. Thanks, lads. Yous?
Yeah,
Hi,
not
Anton.
bad.
Good, mate.
Not bad at all. How you feeling then, Anton?
Excited. Buzzing. Shitting myself. Excuse my French. I'm everything wrapped up in one, man. I'm all over the shop, but I'm just proud. Do you know what? I think we should all be proud of where West Ham are.
Yeah.
I can't believe that come the middle of April we're in, massively in contention for the semi-finals of the Europa League. And no matter the result tonight, I look back at this season and last season as a special, special time as a West Ham fan. I've been saying to so many people today that this game today, in my lifetime, is probably the most important game that I've ever been involved in. And I'm gutted I'm not there, but I know we all can't be there tonight. But yeah, man, it's huge, isn't it? It's what an opportunity to rewrite history. What an opportunity.
Yeah, definitely. And Andy just kind of logged in just as you started going, come on, you want to just like, what's going on?
Come on, you Lions!
West Ham are massive.
Massive. Everywhere we go. West Ham are massive. Everywhere we go.
Everywhere we go.
I'm on the vocal already as well.
I'll
One
stick
big
to
party.
blackcurrant.
One big party. Andy, mate, how you feeling? Nerves, excitement, feeling sick? Well,
I'm actually excited. I'm actually excited. Like I said this morning, I'm less nervous than I was for Seville. So I feel fine. I feel fine. Feeling confident. The boys are going to go and do us proud. Big game for Issa Diop, as I said earlier. I think he's going to do us proud as well. And yeah, Declan Rice is going to be celebrating at the end with Mark Noble jumping on his back again.
Oh, let's hope so. Let's just quickly see who we have got in the chat. Oh, there we go. See, we're all West Ham out now. There we go.
I was the odd one out.
Yeah, obviously. Well, Phil, you've got it to an extent. Anton, you missed out on the shirt memo.
Yes, it's because I don't have a shirt that fits. So that's what lockdown does.
3 points in and getting worse. Is how we're at. And Antonio, Darren, Darren. Good morning, afternoon, and evening from Bangkok. Hope you well, hope you well, mate. My guts have been funny all day. Nothing to lose. Yeah, we've got nothing to lose tonight. Just hope we don't, go out there with a whimper. As a way, go out there and set up to defend, and let's go out there. Nothing to lose. I agree. Massive fitness, nothing to lose.
I'll tell you what, though, a big shout out to Tony Cotty. All I'm seeing is Tony Cotty feed over
brilliant,
with so many people. There's all I'm seeing is people having photos with him, and he looks like he's been on it all day as well.
Yeah, he does, doesn't he?
I think you've got Konchesky and Jimmy Walker right there as well. They look like they're on it big style as well. So
yeah, did you see him on their plane? That plane that they were on.
Oh no, I've not seen the plane. No.
Yeah, so I've got Jimmy on Facebook because I spoke to him last Friday, and I went, "Are you going out there?" And he was like, obviously it must have been like last minute, and yeah, they're on like this little jet.
I bet you the jet was rocking in the sky.
Probably.
Brilliant. Let's see what else we've got. Yeah, Atalanta are 1-0 down at halftime on the other side of the draw, so Leipzig are leading there. Right, let's get into it then. Rice at centre back. Someone told me this morning, not the case. Let's go around the room. Phil, we'll start with you first. Rice at centre back. Moyes has been speaking in riddles in his press conference. He's been saying maybe this, maybe that. Surely not.
Keep him in midfield. I'm willing to be driving forward.
Yeah, definitely. Gary, yay or nay?
Why would you put the best midfielder in the Premier League in centre back? So no, he needs to stay where he is.
Fair enough. Anton, any differing opinions of that?
No, I completely agree. I think he is. Even though he is the best midfielder in the Premier League, he's probably one of the best defenders that we've got. He's quality in defence as well. But you know, and speaking in riddles in his press conference is exactly what Moyes does. And straight after it, the question was asked about Diop. How's Diop ready for it? And he said, Diop's not let us down. So I think for me, it's going to be Diop and Dawson. And if we rewind back to the early rounds, that's the starting pairing for the Europa League. So I'm happy and keep the faith in Diop. And as long as the fans don't get us back and Dawson's there and being a solid self, I'm all right with that.
Me too.
Yeah, definitely. We'll just have to wait and see. Let's take some more comments then. Bryson Dawson to score. Hammerat's going, Rice is going to score. 40 minutes past midnight at the moment. I know for Kieran in Australia, it's a stupid start. But yeah, fair play, Darren. Fair play. I hope you're well, mate. Nice profile picture. Interesting. Will Ben Rama start this evening? We'll have to wait and see. No, but Andy, come on then. Rice, centre back, yay or nay?
No, not for me. Not for me. In Diop, I trust. He's going back to his home turf. As I said earlier, he scored the last time he played in Lyon Stadium as well for... that was Zuma. That was Zuma. Right. Sorry, that was Zuma. Sorry, my apologies. But no, Diop, he's played there before with Toulouse, so I'm feeling confident. Like Diop, the only game where I think he's really mucked up on in Europa League was Genk away for the first goal, but that was mainly Areola's fault as well. But in Europe, it's not as competitive as the Premier League, so I think it suits him.
Yeah, I do as well. You've got to put trust in him tonight. I think. I
think tonight's game a big game for Lanzini. I think Lyon will think about the tactics that West Ham put out against them in the first leg, but what Lanzini offers is something completely different, and they haven't came up against that. So I think when I look at Lyon's game against West Ham, they held high possession, a lot of possession, but didn't really do much penetrating, didn't really get through West Ham, even though they held a lot of possession. But what Lanzini does is he offers us that opportunity to penetrate, but also West Ham can hold the possession as well and break on the counter. So I think tonight he can be the big problem for Lyon, and that's who I'm massively excited to see.
Yeah. Oh, somebody's doorbell's just going off.
That was mine. Sorry. But I think the key is like what Anton said with Lanzini. I think that's what we're missing. That killer pass to Bowen or Antonio, because they were making the runs. Antonio got a lot of stick pretty much from Lyon as well, like with his touch, but he was just waiting for that ball in behind, and he just wasn't getting it. So I'm feeling confident. But I think the right back's the one for me.
Yeah.
I think if Fredericks plays, sorry Wally if you're watching, I prefer Soufal, but for me I would love to see Harrison Ashby play.
The thing is though, Milesy as well, like I actually thought Fredericks had a good first leg against Lyon. I thought he stepped up to the plate, and I mean I've heard so many people call for West Ham to go 5 at the back tonight, but I don't know if Moyes will do that. But then the funny thing is, with the lineup that we'll put out tonight, that lineup can go 5 at the back if need be. So it's the same team, but they can switch formation depending on how Lyon are playing. Because if you do have, for example, Diop, Ben Johnson, Dawson, and Soufal, and then say Pablo Fornals, who can play the left wing back position, then you've got an opportunity to do the 5 if we need to go to the 5. But then you can put the forward, and it can be the 4 at the back that we're doing. So it'll be intriguing to see how he actually sets up, but I think it will probably chop and change.
Yeah, Phil, with the full backs, with who we've got available, who would you like to see both left and right?
It's a hard one. I think I probably have to keep Fredericks at right back. Usually I wouldn't say that, but I think he is the one who's got the pace. So you need that, and then when it comes to left back, it's really annoying if Creswell can't play. So I don't know. It's got to be. I don't know if Ben Johnson's fit, then put him there, even though he's better on the right back. But he has been used to playing left back before. Yeah. So that's what I'd go with. If not, then if Soufal is playing, then that's even better. As long as he's 100% fit, it's all right.
See, I think this could be a blessing in disguise as well with Creswell not playing. I'm a huge Owen Creswell fan, but the one thing what he lacks is pace.
Yeah.
And I feel that with Johnson going in there, he's left wing back. There's a no-go for me. I don't think he understands that position very well. He gets a bit confused. But left back, I think he would just be told to sit there and do the job and let the forward players do the talking. So I'm not actually that concerned. I'm more concerned about the right back position more than anything else.
Well, I mean, the trouble with Soufal, I can't remember the last time he had a good game.
Yeah, that's what.
Yeah.
I mean, Fredericks, I thought when I saw him in the starting lineup against Everton, I thought, oh my god! But he was brilliant against Everton, and he had a good game against Lyon in the first leg. So I would pick him because I literally can't remember the last time Soufal had a good game. He had one at all this season. Last season he was immense, but this season he's been terrible most of the time.
Second season syndrome.
I think he was carrying that knock though, wasn't it? That hernia for ages during that kick.
That's what I was thinking. Yeah.
So I think that, but I agree with that. But I would love. I know it's a big game. I've seen a lot of Harrison Ashby this year. He got 2 pen. I would love. You see it, don't you? Like big sides, like put a youngster in, and I think Harrison Ashby would be up for it. Me personally, but obviously I'm not a manager.
Yeah, Morsey won't do that though. You know, he's like
No chance.
Yeah. Andy was just getting on the old ring door, getting a visit from Moyes to play at centre back.
I'd rather Diop play. As much as I'd love to be playing as a West Ham fan, I think Diop would do a better job than me.
Different ref tonight. Yeah, it's the referee in the first leg against Sevilla, Swiss referee. So things should be better there. Soufal's
an Italian VAR.
Is it?
An Italian VAR.
Yeah, well, was fair. They either love or hate us after the Euros, so that could be good or bad at the same time. Soufal's form dropped off a cliff. It certainly has. Let's scroll up then. Evening, Luke. By the way, hope you well. Have we won this yet? Oh, we're just having a party, mate. We're just having a party. Why not? Peter says, if anyone is feeling so nervous and panicky, then I suggest you call an ambulance. Cheers, Peter. Thanks for that vital knowledge.
The teams are in. It's official. Areola in goal. Soufal, Dawson, Diop, Johnson, Rice, Soucek, Bowen, Lanzini, Pablo Fornals, and Mikel Antonio up front. On the subs bench, we have Lucas Fabianski, Darren Randolph, Fredericks, Alese, Masuaku, Noble, Krau, Chesters, Vlasic, Benrahma, Yarmolenko, and Mr. Perkins.
Okay.
Yeah, nothing to be fair different than what I thought. Just to recap, so you've got Johnson and Soufal as the fullbacks. Yeah. So then apart from that, I think it's normal really there. I think we all expected Lanzini to start, and Phil will come straight to you. Nothing really different to what we thought.
No, pretty much the usual team that we'd set up with, barring Zuma and Creswell. It's a strong enough team. Good to see Lanzini in there as well. Let's just hope we can get a bit more creativity going in if we are going to be playing more attack-minded. And then we can get that killer ball to Antonio. It'd be really good.
I've got a stat here for you. Diop and Dawson have started together 18 games this season in all competitions, keeping 8 clean sheets and helping the Irons to 10 victories.
It's good.
Okay.
That's not bad. That's not bad.
Not too bad.
Just fills you with that bit more confidence.
4 clean sheets in 5 in Europe. Diop's had.
Yeah, I tell you what. I think what Andy mentioned earlier on, Gary, straight back to you, is that your European fixtures playing a team like Lyon, they might come at us, but it's not the same physicality that you're going to get in the Premier League, and that's a fact.
Yeah, it's a fact. I think lineups. The only contentious thing is the right back. I think we all agree with that. Otherwise, I think that's the best 11 he could put out with the squad he's got. You're right, Europeans. It'll be interesting to see how Lyon go for this because they're at home. Their fans will expect them to attack, and we could pick them off. And Antonio and Bowen have got the pace to do so. So it'll be interesting to see how it works out. Just a question: do you think Alex Krau brings a cushion to every match because he knows he's going to be sat on the bench all game?
I know he always wears trousers whenever I see him play at Walmart. We never see him in shorts.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. So that's the lineup there until we get the official one. Andy, I've got no idea where you.
No, it's official. No, it's official. It's official. It's on Twitter.
Is it? Yeah. Why's my Twitter not working then?
Refresh.
Yeah, refresh. Let's do one of them refreshes. Ah, there we go.
We've got
There we go.
CFAC.
If by magic. And if by magic. But is there anything there that you would have changed, Phil?
Nah, it's best we can possibly do, to be honest with you. Don't think even if you change one person, don't think it would make too much of a difference, really. Maybe Fredericks for the pace, but that's about it.
Yeah.
Big controversial, Phil. Say Masuaku instead of Johnson.
Absolutely not.
Yeah.
But the one thing I will say though, Jake, sorry to interrupt, is that what we've got. Remember, we can bring 5 subs on, so we can bring on Vlasic, Ben Rama, even Yarmolenko, and we can also, if we, like you said, we've done it in the last game, bring Noble on if we get a goal, or we've got 5 subs what we can use. So I think Moyes will use them, and I think that will be key as well. The subs.
Yeah, we've said this
if
a
he
lot.
does.
Yeah, we have said this a lot. Is the fact is that we've got some players like Vlasic, Ben Rama, Yarmolenko. There's even the youngsters. There's Masuaku if needs be. Whatever Noble, whatever the game's coming to, then Andy, we've got them there, and David Moyes has got to be so quick with it because the game can be gone within 2 minutes without making a sub. He's got to be quick and act fast.
No, absolutely. No, like I said, mate, I'm feeling really confident. I'm less nervous, probably because I'm not there than the Seville game as well. But no, I think there's going to be big performances. Everyone's been on Antonio's back, rightly so. I judge players on like 2 or 3 games. I don't judge them. I know a lot of people said, what is it, 14 games, whatever it is, without a goal. But I've just got this feeling that we're all just going to turn up, and the prospect of playing Barcelona is the way.
It's mad, isn't it? Honestly, the incentive there is a madness. But yeah, there we go. Up on the screen for you. That's our lineup. How our 11 players will line up today. So we expect it to be a normal 4-2-3-1 formation. Lanzini just behind the front 3. So yeah, but subs bench there. Two keepers: Alese, Masuaku, Fredericks, Noble, Crowchesters, Perkins, Yarmolenko, Ben Rama, Vlasic. So we filled a pretty big bench there. Realistically, players that could get on in circumstances. Masuaku, Fredericks, Noble, Yarmolenko, Ben Rama, Vlasic. Depends what situation we're in. I'm just avoiding the goalkeepers and the youth players there because
and Crow,
yeah. Yeah, just about because realistically we know they are the only players we're going to use. But Phil, I think we've all got to be happy with that.
Yeah, it's the best we can possibly do. Fairly strong bench. Considering really, it's just how we're going to play now because we play the same team pretty much every week or so, but sometimes we might set up differently. We might play a bit more attacking. This one, I don't know. It might be playing a bit more defensive. Probably wants to go towards extra time, I reckon.
Yeah.
You could, Jake, that apart from 2 or 3 of them, like Rice and Areola, it's the biggest game of their careers tonight.
Yeah. Oh, massively.
Yeah, that's right.
They should be up for it.
What more of an incentive for players like Dawson, Diop, Johnson, Soufal, Souček, all of these players? This is the biggest game of their career. They're in a quarter final of a Europa League with a chance for being 90 minutes away if results go our way, if you want that, particularly to be playing at the Nou Camp in a few weeks' time. I mean, come on. Craig Dawson signed from Watford 2 years ago to be probably sitting on the bench. He might be playing against Barcelona in 2 weeks' time.
Exactly.
Come on.
So Boateng doesn't play for Lyon.
Does he not?
Oh, okay.
So Denier, ex-Man City player, he's Ndombele's been past fit. And Dembele's up front, and obviously the goalkeeper's injured as well. So they've got a few injuries as well. And if you look at if you sort of compare the 2 lineups, it's not. We've got a chance. We really have got a chance.
Yeah.
I know. Denier, I think he was part of that Sunderland team which got relegated under Moyes as well. Correct me if I'm wrong.
No, he's a very good player. He's a very good player, though. Yeah, no, I agree. I think he was part on loan. He's been in and out a bit, but no. Joe impressed me though is Gusto, the right back.
Yeah.
18 years of age, isn't it? It's mad.
Was that the number 17?
Yeah.
Number 17. Yeah. let's just have a look at this lineup then. So it's Pollard's back in goal, their second choice goalkeeper. Of course, Lopez is out injured. You've got Gusto out on that side, Denier, Luke Becker, and Emerson, former Chelsea man, making up the back four.
Yeah.
Of course, then Ndombele for former Spurs, and Thiago Mendes making up the two in midfield. Favour, of course, Houssem Aouar, Toko Akambi, and Moussa Dembele making up the lineup and making up that front line. And one thing to also mention as well is Louis Paqueta has made the subs bench. We thought that he was out either with COVID or injured, and a French journalist just put on Twitter about 10 minutes ago that he will be available in the squad, and that is correct. He is in the squad. He was. I thought to be fair, he played well on that left-hand side. From what you see there, not many changes. The goalkeeper's a different one, Gary, but more of the same.
Yeah, more of the same. I thought at the London Stadium, I agree with Andy, number 17 had a good game, but they didn't really look that threatening going forward, I didn't think. They didn't have much of a cutting edge. I thought that they had a lot of the ball in midfield, especially second half, obviously, because we had 10 men. But, I didn't really think they were that dangerous, so I'm still optimistic.
We've got to be good.
I'm 100%. I'm 100% onto it, and the reason is I think set pieces we didn't test them enough last week. We didn't really have the opportunity, and with it's going to be Bowen and Fornals. I think we can really cause some problems. Like you said, Boateng missing. That's a big loss of physical presence, and we can count on that. Especially, I said it earlier. Virgil van Daalsen's going to score tonight. And it's going to be amazing as well.
Yeah, just getting this lineup up for you for Olympic Lyon. This is BBC Sport. They reckon it's going to be like a what formation have they said? They reckon it's going to be a 4-4-1-1. So that's the lineup. So
home team.
Sorry, Gary.
Very defensive for a home team.
It is.
Who knows? Yeah, it's to be fair. Yeah, with if that is how they set up, just with those 2 men up there and 4 in midfield. I mean, there's only going to be one winner in the midfield battle there. But I expect these two favour and Toko Akambi just to push up a bit. I'm sure, because that would be a bit strange if they do that.
Toko Akambi, their top scorer, isn't he? I think he's their top scorer. Toko Akambi, I think he's got 14 or something.
Yeah, 9 in Europa League.
Yeah,
right.
He's Europa League top goal scorer.
Someone definitely to look out for. Let's take some comments then. So where are we looking? Hayden, hope you're well. And Antonio in the press conference with Moyes said when he scores, he's got an amazing celebration. I can't wait to see it. Yeah, I know. He's built it up. He's got to score now.
He's got no choice but to now, mate.
I know. He's built it up in the press conference. He's got to do it now. That's all our players pretty much. No, our bench is relatively strong for our standards tonight, which is certainly a bit strange. Luke says we don't know what Moyes will do. Then he does what we all thought he would do. It's David Moyes, isn't it? And there's going to be no difference. Thought we would have gone with 3 guys on the bench. Yeah, we put some youth players in tonight. It's only 2. What lucky people we are. NW unleash Bowen, let him sit high, push their left back. Yeah, I think the key is to keep Antonio central and get Bowen to push up near him, and get them two feeding off each other. Anyone want to comment on that?
No, I think we all agree. I think another thing. Sorry, Jake. I know I've gone down a comment. Is what Sean was saying is on Ndombele as a 2 is not effective, and I think having Lanzini in there is basically a 3. So we've got 3 people in there, and I don't think we'll let him play. And I think that's where we're going to get the joy as well. Lanzini was the biggest loss last week for us. I think if he started that game, I think we may have got more out of it as well.
Yeah, well, yeah, because a lot of Spurs players have said how rubbish Ndombele was. He could play, but he didn't do it often enough. And one thing I did notice, which would make me agree with Sean here, is the fact is when we scored, all of a sudden everything became an effort and everything seemed more, for Ndombele. Maybe that's his attitude. But Sean says put Souček on Ndombele, make him hate the game and lose interest. I thought that's what he did until they scored last week. He just lost interest. If he wants it, he's their main threat. He was man of the match in the last game in many places. Typed it down tools. If he doesn't want it though, there we go. Luke says crowd must take a word search, put to each game, give it something to do. Yeah. G Wood says I would have started Ben Rama, impact sub to Wagner. If we go 120 minutes, he's
He'll
some
come
legs,
on.
isn't he? He
Yeah.
will come on to score for sure. Wanted Boateng to play. Boateng had a stinker for our goal, didn't he? Both of them just had a complete nightmare, but he's been benched. Luke says need a strong ref as they have more dark hearts to rely on than us. Well, yeah, exactly. You know, they've got hopefully there's been no grey envelope or brown envelope gone under the door of the referees of the referees changing room tonight. Hopefully not. Come on, you eyes, Trudge.
I think the difference is with this side, even since the last season, is I feel confident even if we go a goal behind. I think that's the difference.
Yeah.
I think yous are probably the same. When you sit there, it's not like, oh, the game's over. I feel like we've got this. We've got this.
Yeah,
Definitely.
Moyes has built some resilience into the team now. I agree.
100%.
Yeah, I agree. Whereas under Pellegrini and Moyes from last time, really, if you could say that as well, if we went a goal down, we were all like, oh dear.
That's it, yeah.
You know, that's it, really. But now, can I get up and go, come on, let's go again, and we can do it. Peter says, is it true their reserve goalie has only played 2 games in 2 years? I heard some French journalists say he's the worst goalkeeper in Ligue 1, so maybe the target might be just early on, just to fire some shots at him, see if he can catch, see if he can keep, you know?
Yeah.
Well, for sure.
Be their version of Roberto.
Yeah, exactly. Lyon's version of Roberto. Luke says Boateng used to be good for Villa.
Different Boateng.
Different
Is it?
person.
That's George Boateng he's talking about.
Yeah. Sean says don't like Ndombele in a midfield 2. Iron says Scott put it very simply. I agree, Scott. Sean says although let him play, he's top drawer. Well, hopefully not tonight. Peter says surprised they aren't starting with Tete. Yeah, so am I. A player that I have heard of who's very good. They've decided to put him in the armoury tonight on the bench to come on later on. Hopefully honesty prevails tonight. You know, what more incentive is that they did us over last week. The Winker. The rest of them, you know, Dawson, Rice, all of these players will be out there to come on, we want to beat you tonight, especially off their antics at the LS last week. Let's beat you tonight. Yeah. And I don't think there'll be anything different, Gary.
No, I think there'll be a lot of dark arts. Did you see the last 10 minutes of the Atletico Man City game last night? I mean, talk about.
Yeah.
I saw some clips of the bust up this morning.
I don't get any of that because that sort of thing worries me. How we cope with that sort of intimidation.
Did you see Grealish call Savage a CUNT as well? Did you see it in the tunnel? Is that what you're on about?
God, I was right.
Did you see Griezmann throw a boot or something across?
Yeah, they were throwing stuff and they were pushing at each other, and then even down in that corner where he tried to pull him off the pitch. I tell you what, it's European sides; they're a madness. You know, as Diego Simeone's side, a side like Lyon, you know, they're going to try and do the same tonight. We've got to just, you know, we had Jimmy Quinn on last night. He said you're human, but as well, you've just got to stick it out and you can't get too frustrated. Just play a game because eventually they'll crack.
That's why I brought it up, Jake, because I think, you know, if it's tight at the end, it could get down to that sort of atmosphere and intimidation going on the ground and everything. So whether we can stand up to that, because we haven't really had to experience that so far. So I think as well, it'll be interesting to see how Lyon's tactics changed tonight, being at home, you know, on home turf, whether their antics change in any way or they're exactly the same as home as away, because they had a clear incentive last week to, you know, either nick a draw or come away with the massive advantages, and they tried everything in the book to try and do that, and we got a goal, they got one back, and we managed to hold on in the end. Massive game tonight, Scott. Massive game. We've got to be very careful though. The Bowen booking in the last minute was very symptomatic of the French players. Do you remember he sort of touched the guy and did 2 forward rolls and gets Bowen a yellow card? So we have to be very careful about our tactics and our fouling. Yeah,
talking of bookings, this is the last opportunity because Declan Rice is 1 booking away from a 1-match ban in the Europa League. If he gets, go on.
I thought it was called off. It's scrapped for the semi-final, isn't it? No.
So what some people have said on Twitter is that if he gets a yellow card tonight, then it still qualifies for the semi-final. No. That might not be right. I don't know, but
it's right. Yeah. I read the same.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So this is obviously if he gets through tonight unscathed without a yellow card, then it's scrap then, and he can play right. So yeah, Frankel definitely called that lineup. Yeah, definitely you did, mate, didn't you? About was it 5 hours ago? You definitely called that. Sean says Ndombele isn't fit enough for the Premier League and lacks the desire to change that. However, the 100% has the most. However, 100% has the ability on the ball out of the 22 on the field. Stop him. He's hauled off within the hour. Sean says he's brilliant on the ball, elite on the ball. That's it though. Lacks everything else that's required. Hopefully, we can just man mark him out of the game, and then that's that. Luke says, knowing our luck, this goalie will turn into Lev. Yes, yeah, probably. Andy, do you want to start it off? Because Scott has invited you to.
West Ham are massive. Everywhere we go. West Ham are massive.
Everywhere we go. Everywhere we go.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Lovely stuff.
Right, Jake, I'm going to have to go because my dinner's downstairs. So
that's all right,
I'm going to eat that before the game starts. Good luck, gentlemen. Like you said, we're going to be celebrating later. 3-1 victory, West Ham tonight. Big Craig Dawson, Declan Rice, and Jared Bowen's going to score.
Lovely stuff. So
take care, gents. See you later.
If we win, I'll catch you later, Andy, on the party. 55 minutes to go before we go through the rest of these comments. How are we feeling? Phil, to you first.
Ooh, it's that feeling, isn't it? We're getting ever so closer now. Oh, yeah, still got that nervous excitedness. Once the game starts, it was just be focused on that, really.
Yeah.
And just see how the first half takes off. And there we go. That was just set the tone for the game. That first 20 minutes or so.
Definitely. Gary, any change in emotions?
No, getting more excited now, Jake. I've got TV on in the background, and about 20 minutes ago, they showed David Moyes and Antonio on the pitch, and I thought, oh, it's getting real now.
Yeah.
One down the stadium, so it's going to be good.
Tell you what, we're sat in our living rooms thinking about this, and do you imagine what these players are going through now? These players that have never played in a game at this stature before. There's an opportunity.
This is why you play the game. It's why you start playing the game, to play these big games. So they're not up for it. Then what else
I don't want to jinx it, though. Craig Dawson hasn't had a nightmare moment for quite a while, and I hope it's against Burnley on Sunday and not tonight. Honestly, a lot of fans have said I'd rather lose 3-0 to Burnley on Sunday and we win tonight. They said I'll take that. I'll take that now.
Yeah, I think most of us would.
Yeah.
Mind you, I'd be pissed off if we did lose 3-0 to Burnley. I'd be pissed off.
So would I. Yeah, literally.
Same.
Adam says just waited to be picked up for the pub. There we go. Adam's done about 3 hours work and now he's off to the pub. Things you'd love to see. Luke says they can all punch Suchik in the face. Not sure he would notice. Made a crowd.
Yeah, that's
true. I tell you what, the amount of crap he's gone through with nosebleeds and cut eyes and cut heads and what a guy. Yeah. I'm not going to try and pronounce his name because I know who you're talking about, but I just can't pronounce his name. Threw a bottle of Walker in a tunnel as well. Yeah, it was mad, and this is frustration. They were frustrated because their master plan didn't work. Diego Simeone's master plan to S-house their way through didn't work.
This is what we would be careful of tonight because they lost twice at home in Europe in their new stadium, so we've got to be careful. Yeah,
definitely. Troy says Suchek gets smacked in the face every game anyways. It's just all the time, isn't it? It's all the time. Let's scroll down then. Luke says, please don't sing that to locals. I'll tell you what, you wait till we win tonight. The party's on here, West Ham Unofficial. If we win tonight, it's going off. Trust me. I might need to go to the toilet soon. This is going to be awful. Please score early, lads. How crucial is the first 20 minutes to this? Gary, I'll come to you first. If we can get them on the back wall, let's get at them early and see how they like it.
We take a bit of sting out of the game, a bit of possession, knock the ball about, quieten the fans down a little bit, maybe have a shot or two just to test out this dodgy number 2 keeper, Roberto 2, whatever. Let's do that in the first 20 minutes. I think that's what we need to do. Don't let them build up a head of steam and get an early goal. That'd be the worst thing that could happen. Let's just take the sting out of the game and be professional. I think man for man, we're a better team. We've proved it over the last 2 years, so let's go out and do it. Yeah,
definitely. Corey says West Ham versus Frankfurt in the semis. So Corey's predicting Barcelona to go out to Frankfurt, and of course it's all level. It's all level in their game as well, so anything could happen. Half time, I will be having a little look and seeing what the score is, depending on our score, and seeing who could be up for grabs in the semi-finals, and seeing for people at home, just having a cheeky look at half time if it's doing well. Flights to Frankfurt, flights to Barcelona. You know, it's what it is. It's what it is.
I worked in Frankfurt for a few years, so let's hope it's Barcelona.
There we go.
Well, there you go. Gary's called it. Gary has called it. Before we move on, though, make sure you drop a like on the video. Subscribe to West Ham Unofficial. If you are new, check out our channel sponsors, SRM Carver and Son, by clicking the link in the description down below. Corey says, Jake, their best midfielder, Kakare, is he playing? I'm just going to have a look at their lineup. He is... He's not playing, and he's not on the bench either. So no, he's not involved. Not involved tonight. Drawing Frankfurt would be the worst. Very good, Luke. Very good. I can't wait for you to pull that out on every YouTube channel if we get through and we play them over the next 2 weeks. Peter says, could do the Rachel Riley for the countdown. Oh, honestly. But let's go on to some predictions then before we start wrapping things up. Anas has already come in already with his 1-0 to the Hammers to send us through. Phil, we'll come to you first. What are you going for, mate?
I think it might be a 1-0, but it's going to be an extra time.
Yeah.
At some point. Might be late on, 118th minute probably. I think it's just going to be... it's going to be a rather defensive display, I reckon, from both teams. There'll be a few half chances from both, but then once we get the subs on, and then possibly Noble especially, he'll probably expecting to be to go to a penalty shootout. So Nobes will come on, but it'll be a 1-0 extra time.
There we go. It could go either way. It is really hard to call. Gary. Yeah. I think. Did Jimmy nick your prediction last night?
He did, and that's why I'm going to stick with the one I said last night, which is penalties. I think it's going to be penalties. I can see it being penalties.
There'll be no nails left to bite.
And then we'll win because Areola will save them all because he's brilliant.
I tell you what, though, I would back Areola in a penalty shootout. You know, he did well getting the Man City one from what I saw of it.
He did,
and I'll back him. I'll just say I back him over Fabianski saving penalties. So I'll have to wait and see.
A penalty win for me, that'd be very exciting.
Yeah, it'd be very nerve-wracking. So I'll tell you what, I'll 5 minutes in between the extra time and the penalties, I'm pacing it around the house. I'm coming upstairs, downstairs, pacing it around the house at like 10:30 at night. Oh, dear me. Where's the parties? Right, if we win, there'll be many parties in Lyon tonight for West Ham fans. If we win, we're going to have a party here on this channel. If we win tonight, going to get people on. Fingers crossed if we win. Fingers crossed. Let's take some of your predictions then. 1-0 to West Ham, says Anas. 2-0 West Ham, says Corey. Scott, I hope that's a 2-1 West Ham. I hope.
Hopefully, yeah.
Hopefully. I'm hoping for that, as we all are. Leon's goalie is getting his 3rd appearance for the club since joining in 2020. Wow. That's a stat, that is. Oh, we've got to put him under some pressure. Leicester are losing. Oh, dear. PSV Eindhoven, I think they're playing. Leicester losing 1-0, 20 minutes to go. So they're looking like they're out. And does that mean if they go out, we are the only English team left in Europe?
Apart from Man City and Liverpool.
Oh, yeah.
We're the only London team left.
Oh, yeah. We are still the only London team left. And we'll be the only team left in the Europa League and Conference Leagues. Forget that Wednesday and Tuesday night rubbish. It's all about Thursday night football.
Yeah, exactly. That one's too commercial.
Yeah. all that rubbish theme tune. I prefer the Europa League theme tune. Much better.
It's grown on me over the season. I've gotten really used to it.
Whoa. It's lovely. Lovely. Lyon are terrible this season. They have been, but I've said this a lot over the last couple of days. This is their only route to get in Europe next year because they're not going to get it in the league. They need to win this competition to get Europe next year, and I think that's going to get them up for it as well because it's Europe or bust for them. And I suppose to an extent, it's Europa League or bust for us as well. There we go. Scott's going for the 2-1 West Ham.
There we go. Well done, Scott.
Indeed. Leipzig are still winning 1-0, so it looks like we are saying goodbye to the Betway Cup runners-up for this year in this competition, Atalanta. Luke says, if it goes to penalties, I'm asking the wife to dial 999 and hover over the 9. Oh, asking the wife to dial 99 and hover over the 9 just in case. I like that. Yeah.
I like that.
Is that the pizza number? Yeah, get the pizzas in. Get the pizza in. Can you do that in Hampshire? Can you do that in Hampshire, Luke? Can you order pizza? Because I don't know whether you could do it in Somerset, to be fair. But it's what it is. Corey says the Europa League Cup looks better than the Champions League Cup. Exactly. We don't want on that Tuesday and Wednesday night rubbish. We want it on the Thursday night. It's the best of all. But let's go into some final thoughts then. My favourite question on a preview and a build-up. Fast forward how long? Let's go half an hour, 15 minutes before kickoff. You've got the players in the dressing room. What are you saying? Gary, we'll come to you first.
Lads, you've done fantastic to get this far. You're a better side than they are. Keep the ball, play to your strengths, put your effort in, and we'll win this game. There's no reason why we can't.
Love it. Phil?
Yeah, just think I said the same thing against Sevilla. It's the biggest game of our lives. Just go out there. We've got a lot of people coming over. They've flown over. They've taken trains. They've taken any means of transport to come over to support you guys. Go out there, show them a performance like no other. And then hopefully we can get used to this more.
Definitely.
You know, there you go. Just do it for everyone out there who supports us all over the world, but especially to the ones who've come out to Lyon with us lot.
Yeah. Oh, the thousands out there, honestly. The videos, everything, on the trains, in the streets, in the pubs. We have literally taken over Lyon, just like we did Sevilla a few weeks ago. But let's finish with my prediction then. It's a really difficult one to call. I agree with Peter, what he said earlier on. It's a hard one to call. It's not, for us, it's not on home soil. It's played on their terms, and I'm sure they'll have their antics ready and loaded, ready to see how we cope with it. We're still going to win, though. I cannot come in here and say we're going to lose. Not a chance in hell. I'm going to say that. It's going to be West Ham, or I should say it's going to be Lyon 0, West Ham United 1 on the night. A goal from Mikel Antonio fires us through with his fantastic celebration into the semi-finals. Leicester have just scored, so Leicester are all level. I think it was 0-0 on aggregate, so it's now 1-1, so all to play for against PSV there. So maybe they will still remain in Europe just for another couple of weeks by the skin of their teeth. But we're going to leave it there. What a day it has been, and the best is yet to come. We've kept you all updated here on West Ham Unofficial. I've been piling out the videos that Richard Dodds has been sending through out from Lyon, our correspondent out in Lyon. I've been piling them out for you, just getting the vibe and seeing how it is out in Lyon. But from me, from Gary, from Phil, to Anton, to Andy, who came on earlier on, boys, do it for the lads. Do it for all of the West Ham fans. Come on, you Irons, put in 110%, and whatever happens, we will back you all the way. Come on, you Irons. That's it from us. We'll catch you on the full-time whistle. And, Gary, Phil, can I see you on full-time?
Sure.
Can't guarantee just yet, but I'll message you.
That's right. Cool. And we'll leave it there. Cheers, guys, and bye-bye. Come on, you Irons!
Come on, you Irons.
Anyway.